We go from Texas to New York. Once the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic, New York City has hosted a parade to honor the first responders, doctors and nurses who were on the front liners of the pandemic. As correspondent Sarah Walton reports, these are the people New York considers hometown heroes.
2,500 people, 13 marching bands and 14 floats have been making their way through Lower Manhattan. This part of the city is known as the Canyon of Heroes, and parades here are reserved for the most highly respected Americans. The last one was in 2019 for the World Cup winning women's national football team. This year is for the city's essential workers, people who stayed at work during the COVID-19 lockdown and kept the city running. 260 different groups of people are represented here, including healthcare workers and transportation workers. Even the city's bodega owners are included. The Grand Marshal of the parade is nurse Sandra Lindsay, who was the very first person in the US to get a COVID-19 vaccine. This is also the first official parade held in New York since the city went into lockdown in March 2020. Most of the coronavirus restrictions here in New York City have now been lifted, and as you can see here today, very few people are wearing masks. Social distancing is not being enforced. Now, Mayor Bill de Blasio said he did expect there to be a smaller crowd than there has been for parades in the past because of the ongoing health concerns. Nevertheless, the number of people gathered here today is a sign of just how far the city has come since in early 2020, when New York for several months became the epicenter of the global COVID-19 pandemic.